Today I'm going to educate you about the differences between Lebanese and American weddings using photos that I have gathered from weddings that I have attended throughout the years. The night before the wedding is when the family of the bride throws a leiliyah. This is a pre-wedding party where close family and friends gather to enjoy music, food, and some drinks. The wedding day begins with two parties. The groom's friends and family gather at his parents' home, while the bride's friends and family gather at her parents' home. They enjoy food, dancing, music, and drinks as well. But aside from this, they also help the bride get ready and begin taking pictures. Also, it is expected that Lebanese people marry within their culture. This is because they wish to keep the culture alive for future generations. The church in both parents' homes are always extravagantly decorated with large floral arrangements, statues, beads, lace, and so on. It is expected that the church will be packed, but the reception is always much larger. It is common for the church to hold 100 guests and the reception to hold 400 guests or more. The bride's wedding party and family all arrive at once with a tabl, which is a Lebanese drum, other instruments, and a professional dance group. They like to make the entrance as large as possible to draw attention to the bride because the day is completely about her. The bride and groom are crowned during the ceremony. This is when they are viewed as married in the church's eyes. They are sometimes also draped with capes. At this point, the couple processes around the altar with the best man and the maid of honor. The bride and groom leave the church with rose petals, money, and rice being thrown at them while a woman calls out blessings at them. Their entrance into the reception is very extravagant as well and is completely focused on the bride, all eyes on her. This is because the purpose of the wedding is the bride's family giving her to the groom. Because such emphasis is placed on abstinence, giving the bride to the groom is part of the marital contract. The bride's sexuality is completely in the hands of the groom. The entrance usually has fireworks, fire breathers, sparklers, bubble machines, swords, and so on. Their first appearance as husband and wife is a key part of the reception. The bride and groom are escorted in by a group of hired professional dancers. This group includes both men and women, belly dancers, the tabl, and other various props and instruments. The guests get very involved during this part of the wedding. The second the couple step into the dance floor with the dance group, they are lifted up onto the shoulders of the guests. The couple can also sit on chairs if they are not comfortable with sitting on the shoulders of the guests. The guests dance around them during this time as well. Usually this dance turns into the debki, which is a traditional line dance that moves with the rhythm of the tabl. Each culture has their own form of the debki. Lebanese culture specifically has 3 types that are most commonly seen at weddings. Also, when the couple has their first dance, they are also known for using some crazy effects like they do with the entrance. These effects include smoke machines, sparklers, bubble machines, light effects, and so on. They put a lot of emphasis on this part of the reception and try to make this as special as possible. Finally, rather than using a traditional wedding knife, Lebanese weddings use a large sword to cut their over-the-top cakes. If you have been to or have seen an American wedding, it is evident that they are different in many ways. If you haven't, be sure to keep an eye out when you have the opportunity to see one.